Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Elite Digital Radio presents the Elite Podcast. The Elite Podcast is now available on Apple and Android. The Elite Podcast is now on Spotify. It's now on Buzzsprout. It's now on Apple Podcasts. It's not just a name. It's definitely a lifestyle. Episode motherfucking 6, Season 3. We got no other than a legend in the building with us tonight. Amongst this whole 50-year anniversary of hip-hop, tonight we definitely going to talk hip-hop. Elite Digital Radio presents the Elite Podcast. The Elite Podcast will provide a platform of conversations and interviews that will discuss diverse intellectual content that may resonate with you or to you in our culture. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Them Elite boys is at it again. Hey, y'all know how we do, man. Before I get started, let me get my shout-outs out of the way, man. Shout out to my people over at Cal Official, Bye to Cal, my man Nutter to Cal, and my sponsor over at Weisberg Handcrafted Pros, man. And obviously, we're going to shout out our guest tonight, Mr. Hands On. We're gonna get into him in a second, man. You know what I'm saying? With Elite Podcast, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, we're definitely going to talk hip-hop. Straight from motherfucking SINY. Yeah, I mean, I really don't even know where to begin, man. I can remember back in the days, Hands, I was taking that Metro North, you know what I'm saying, to the city, hopping on that 9 or 11, jumping on that ferry, you know what I'm saying, getting off the ferry, seeing all them damn MPVs and shit.
Right.
Memories, you know what I'm saying, damn, that shit take me back in 92. My man was going to school up there at Wagner. So I was up on the island for a good long time, man. But listen, man, Elite Podcast followers. Tonight we welcome another young, successful Black entrepreneur to the show. Today we going to hear the Hans story. He's produced Method Man's classic, you know what I'm saying, the Meth Lab joints 1, 2, 3. And now he's back with his solo project. Just recently dropped, when was that, the 13th? Already over, what was that? I seen it, was it 16,000 streams. Elite Podcast. Please help us welcome Mr. Hands On to the show.
Peace.
Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for being here with us today.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you, man. But peace. Let's kick this off, man. Let's set it off. Let's introduce yourself to the audience, man. Let us know where you from. You know what I'm saying? Where you was raised.
You already know, Hands On. Staten Island, New York.
That's okay. Now let's jump right into it, man. Explain the name to me, man. Explain Hands On to me.
I mean, it came from, when incarcerated, I read a lot.
Okay.
So, I don't know if, I became a fan of Hannibal the Great and that whole story.
Gotcha.
He was a Carthaginian general, you know what I'm saying, that fought Rome for 15 years. And it's the guy that crossed the Alps with the elephants and stuff like that. And I just became a fan of his whole story. Since, I got out, I watched a lot of YouTube speaking on him. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of him hidden in a lot of these movies we see nowadays.
Word.
So, I just, and that's what rap music people take on, especially on Staten Island. People take on, other, Chinese, rhetoric. People, simulate the mob, the mafia. They call themselves. And I just, I felt like I wanted to surround myself around the African general. You know what I mean? Who was basically one of the best, generals ever, you know what I mean, in history. And he was one of us, so,
Make it even more impressionable.
Right.
Definitely. All right. So I mean, Hans, talk to me, man. When did hip hop, you know what I'm saying, become prevalent to you in your life, man?
Oh wow. I mean, hip hop, you know, brought me up.
Talk to me about your early influences.
I mean, I've had the same influences from earlier up until now, because the people that influenced me are doing bigger and better things with music nowadays. So, you know, I was influenced, you know, I came up in Park Hill, so, you know, the staircase sessions that the big homies be talking about, I was probably the young guy, you know what I mean, walking past that, listening to what they was doing, and, you know, it basically influenced me to, you know, try to be like them, you know what I mean? Wow. And, you know, I kind of enjoyed it, so I stuck with it, and you know, those same people showed me, you know, a living can be made out of it. You know, fast forward years later, right. You know, after, you know, I was just doing it as a hobby, you know, I was shown, you know, that it can actually, you know, make a living for yourself. You can actually make a living for yourself.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And, you know, I've just been, you know, with it ever since, bro. Like, from the time I can remember till now, hip hop's been in my blood, man. Word.
So was that okay? So that kind of leads me right into what I was getting ready to ask you next. Then, so is that what kind of led you into the ice water shit, the ice water deal?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I came home. I was locked up. Like when Wu-Tang came out, I was still in the streets. I didn't figure it out yet. You know, in my mind, it was something that, you know, I wasn't a believer at the time. So, right. You know, I see them doing what they doing, and it's like, you know, it's a phase. It's gonna pass. It's, you know, so I'm in the streets. Right. And I wound up going to prison. And when I went to prison, you know, prison had me for a little while. You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah, when I came home, it's like, you know, dudes is getting money, dudes is rich, you know, dudes is living better lives, dudes basically have work. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it sparked me like, oh shit, what word? So I could, you know, I could turn what I do into that as well. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I came home, Ice Water was damn near finished with the album, actually. Shout out Ray, shout out to K, shout out Ice Water Inc. You know, they basically had their album done. Right. So, you know, I was never a part of the group, but they showed me love. As soon as I stepped out the door, you know, niggas was like, yo, we over here in the studio. Niggas let me jump on a couple of joints. Right. You know what I mean? And you know, that's what started this independent journey. Right. So it was more or less your circle of affiliation, you know what I'm saying, that you was already in. Right. Got you. So okay, so with that being said, was it anybody in your circle that you know that was there for you, or you know that you just naturally gravitated to, that was able to help you out in certain ways? Yeah, I mean, all of them. I mean, that credit goes to all of them. You know, Ice Water, you know, K, Ray, you know what I mean? Okay. All of them kind of saved my life, because they pulled me into something that I've been engrossed in since. Like, you know, I've been ever since that they called me down there. That's the same journey that I'm on right now. Word. You know what I mean? So, you know, credit could be given to all of them specifically. You know what I'm saying? And moving forward, you know, like, you know, where I come from, it's hard because people look at help as different things. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I hear like, you know, there's a difference between help and giving somebody something. Right. Well, as far as help goes, as far as opportunity goes, I've always been rich based on the people I have around me. You know what I'm saying? There was always opportunity, dudes, you know, present opportunity, and I just try to take advantage of it at any chance I get.
Okay. All right. Now, you just spoke a little bit about it. You know what I'm saying? You was locked up, incarcerated this time, that time, or whatever. But let's take it to 2009, man. Let's take it to 2009 real quick, man. Rock the bells. Holla at me.
What, the tour? What, Rock the Bells? That was the oh no, that wasn't the 8 Diagram tour.
No,
that wasn't Rock the Bells.
The 09 Rock the Bells was the Joe Budden shit.
Oh, I mean, you know, I was just playing with my team, big homie. That's, you know, that wasn't. It wasn't really done as a, you know, for publicity.
No, it's never no publicity.
Nah, but I do want to clear that up because, yeah, you know, dudes had a problem. I was there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I came out and I played with my team. I played my position, and that was that. But don't misconstrue it. It's like, again, dudes show a lot of people love.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I was just fortunate. I'm not even gonna say fortunate. I was just unfortunate enough to be at the right place at the right time at Rock the Bells, because that would eventually happen if he ran into, you know, any one of 100, you know, motherfuckers out here. Somebody would have got him because, you know, they got so much love for the, you know.
It is what it is. I hear you. But I'm saying, man, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it, though. That's why I really brought it up, though.
Right.
It's a blessing, man. You went, what, 94 when you was 20, 99 at 25, 03 at 29. But, dog, it's a blessing for you to be where you are right now.
Right.
I'm saying,
definitely a blessing.
And just the fact that you've been able to take that and use it, you know what I'm saying? Talk to us a little bit about sitting back, like you were saying before, watching the hip hop culture just flourish. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. With all your peoples and all your circle in it, jiggling and jangling, doing their thing. Talk to us about how that's making you feel while you doing your in-between bids, in and out. Like you said before, you wasn't a believer, but was you like, damn, I'm nice like this. I could rock like that.
Right, because I came up, you know, basically, you know, rhyming with you know, dudes that I see now. It's like, you know, they on the top of the world, as they should be, because they nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So engaging my talent, I mean, I think, you know, I'm a good songwriter. I think that I write good songs, just like I think they write good songs.
Okay.
The thing is they turned it into a business, and that was astronomical for me.
Right.
Me seeing them convert it from something that was done on the block and in staircases and in, you know, neighborhood festivals and stuff like that. They converted that into, you know, a business that, you know, feeds a multitude of families.
Most definitely. But ultimately that's the goal when you know what I'm saying, when you set out, is to be able to feed multiple families.
Yeah, I mean, that should be the goal. Yeah, but like, okay, so I'm just going to talk about me. I'm not going to talk about nobody else.
Yeah,
when you start out, you kind of, you know, the attention is important. The females are, you want to be fresh. You want to have new shit all the time. You want to have mad chicks. You want to, you know, have all the attention. But, you know, logistically, none of that shit is worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the minute you start putting value in the shit that you're doing, you understand what I'm saying? So the ability to have it, you know, take care of my family, and was the ability to start looking at it for more than what it was. Like, it ain't about all the other shit niggas start out chasing.
Right. Right.
Like I started out chasing shit. I went on the 8 diagram tour. I wasn't worried about shit, but you know what I was doing that night, if I look good, and you know what we drinking. You feel where I'm coming from? And you know, shit like Con Ed and all that shit changes that perspective.
Yeah. It's fun, but at the same time, goddamn, you got to understand it's a business.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So now that you've been able to come out, you know what I'm saying, and hell yeah, do your thing. Are there any MCs now that you still looking to work with to put some heat with?
Well, you know, I'm a label owner, so you know, outside of the projects that you know I'm releasing currently, I'm working with other artists, you know, and to add to the, you know, the catalog and stuff like that. But you know, shout out King Just, shout out Fest Taylor, shout out Carlton Fish, shout out Hugh Hef, Cortez. You know, I'm working with a lot of people that I wanted to work with right now. But if you're asking me if, you know, who's my dream to work with, shit, you know, I gotta say like Dre, maybe Dr. Dre. I want to work with him.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to be on that motherfucking level. I hear you.
You know?
Hey, peace to that nigga Fist too, man. We had Fist on season 2, man. Peace.
Peace to Carlton Fish. He got some shit cooking over here.
Yeah, he told me he's supposed to be cooking up some shit in the meth lab.
Yeah, he got some shit cooking over here.
Okay. All right, now let me ask you this, Hans. Who banging in your deck right now?
I like what Nas is doing. I like J. Cole. J. Cole is crazy. You know what I mean?
J. Cole.
Yeah. Sometimes I catch on and shit kind of slow though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like, you know, I kind of just stay focused on my music. I do listen to music here and there. Anything Jada touches, I listen to.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely want to hear it.
Right. Definitely want to hear it.
All right. So that's what I mean, man. Let's move right on into the next segue, man. Let's talk some hip hop, man. With this whole 50-year celebration going on, man. What are your thoughts, man?
Wow. Right. Who would have thought? Right. And I mean, I just look at it for what it is, how much it's grown. You know what I'm saying? It's a universal language right now. When we was coming up, it wasn't.
No, at all. Well, and that's just it though, because when we was coming up, it was hated on. Right.
But now it's kind of universal, you know.
Yeah. Now everybody.
Right. These white families is walking into their kids' room playing, you know, our music nowadays. You know.
So, you know what's crazy? It's fucked up. You say that shit. I coached soccer. I had a soccer game yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm out in one of the whitest towns out here in Connecticut.
Right.
In comes a white Cherokee, tinted windows, music banging, thumping. Next thing you know, who hops out? But some skinny 17-year-old white dude.
Right.
Bumping.
Right.
But it just goes to show you how much hip hop has been able to cross over and to appeal to the masses.
Right.
To the masses. And that's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Right.
But damn, Hans, within that though, man, we still gotta defend hip hop, man. Let's talk this mumble rap versus this real rap, man.
I mean,
talk to me, man. Talk to me.
They putting out what they think, what they hearing, what they think is hot. That's what they putting out. I mean, I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge. I like more hip hop, bar-y, I don't, but God bless them. More power to them. You know what I mean?
Definitely. But and then because I think that leads into what I was getting ready to ask you next was like streams, downloads take on a whole new dimension versus the vinyl, right? Vinyl and CDs and shit.
Right.
So is that an alleyway you think dudes is exploiting and just being able to put out anything?
Some people, yeah, because I run into people every day that's just putting shit out for free. And, I be trying to school the little homies like, the first thing they say is I'm trying to get a buzz. But how do you determine your buzz?
Right.
You got to you got to have a scale in which to determine what your buzz is, right? And the best way to do that is to sell something, not to give it away.
Right.
So if you sell 20,000 of anything, right? It's a way to gauge how much you're worth at the time, and to work harder or not in certain areas. It's a way to gauge how to build your brand. If you're constantly giving things away for free, you know what I'm saying? Which even in light of, the streaming and how easy it is to sell your music nowadays. You understand what I'm saying? It's still a multitude of young dudes making good music, but it's doing it in a way where they're not monetizing on it. They're not reaping the benefits of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean, it's like Hans, back in my era of hip hop, when hip hop, as far as I'm gonna say it, back when hip hop was hip hop, if you was even trying to sound like or imitate anything close to another dude,
it ain't gonna happen. Right. It ain't gonna happen for you.
I'm saying you was gonna get checked on that.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
So,
definitely.
And in that sense, do you think like nowadays the music comes like redundant because everybody doing the same shit?
Yeah, I think so. But in the same token, it's like, yeah. So I think everybody should be original because the multitudes of people that's coming out, there's always one or two people that sound like that's successful because that's who all of them are following.
Right.
They're following the first one or two or three people that started out sounding like that because that was successful for them. Right. So you got 100 people sounding like these two people because they think the same thing is going to happen for them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's what's really.
But that's the state of music nowadays. Like I said, I don't judge. These young guys is enjoying themselves. They following their dream. Who am I to judge? You know what I mean?
All right. So then let me ask you this: do you believe in the hip hop genres now? Like there's different genres of hip hop.
I mean, I think that's just that's hip hop growing, bro. That's hip hop growing. It's like, as it gets older, it's going to take on, it can't stay the same. You feel where I'm coming from? If it stays the same, then you have an industry that's stagnated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Growth ain't always possible. I hear you.
Right. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. I just look at it as, it's growing. It may be for some people, or not, but it's enough money on, as far as my fan base is concerned, that's who I'm making music for.
Right.
Mad people may not, listen to what I'm doing, just like I don't listen to what they're doing. But the beautiful thing about it is it's it's enough money for everybody.
Right. I mean, yeah, most definitely. And that's just it, though. It just, I guess, it creates different lanes for different people.
Yo.
What's good? You straight?
Got people calling me and stuff.
Hey, I hear you.
Damn, bro, you banging on the door. I'm on an interview. Yo.
Yeah. All right. So listen, before we go further, let's take it back to 12 and talk about the first project.
Which one was that? Meth Lab 1?
Yes.
Okay.
What was it like at that point? Because you had just really landed on your feet. What, you came home in 03, right?
I think 06.
Okay, 06.
Right.
Even closer. So
Right.
what did it feel like now at that point, being able to rock and do an album, especially Meth Lab, with this dude?
I mean, it was a process. It actually started from one of my projects, the Hannibal the Great.
Right.
The Man Presents Hannibal the Great. That's how, we got to Meth Lab and doing it and stuff like that.
Okay. And even the joint with Slay, right? The Sicily mixtape.
Mixtape, yeah.
That shit was
okay, so that one, we did the Method Man Presents Hannibal the Great. After that, for a promotional piece, we did the K-Slade mixtape, and we toured from that on that with Meth and Red. And it was, Meth was like, yo, we need to make a song that we could all perform together. That song turned into a mixtape. And then when we got hip deep into the mixtape, it turned into an album.
Right. Okay.
Which was the Meth Lab 1 album.
Okay. And then we moved on to 2.
Then 2, then 3.
And after 3 brings us right up to date now, right?
Right. But we in the talks for 4. 4 is not so far-fetched.
Oh, okay. But since we here now, man, let's talk about this new project that we rocking with right now, man. What's the concept behind this new project?
All right, so we started off talking about Hannibal. So all my projects is connected.
Got you.
Right. So you got. I did Out of Chef's Kitchen. That was something different. But the first one was Method Man Presents Hannibal the Great.
Right.
The K-Slade mixtape was called Back to Sicily. Hannibal the Great conquered Sicily. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
My other album, Barker, which was released, maybe, I forgot what year it was released. Barker is Hannibal's last name. His name's Hannibal Barker.
Gotcha.
Right? So now this album is called Carthage. Carthage is where he was from. It was one of the richest places in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
they had their own money and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it became a war zone because of the war with Rome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what can we hope to hear? Well, what should we hear? What story should we hear?
I mean, I think it's more about turmoil.
Okay.
So it's you're gonna hear more turmoil than anything. It's not a whole lot of stories. We do got some songs with stories, telling stories in there. Got a story on there. Why me? Talking about just the I don't want to sound like, because everybody talks about, how it was, coming up and it was hard. Like everybody had it hard. Everybody was from the ghetto. Everybody was broke. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, so there's stuff on there like that, but I'm just, showing the turmoil, the pain. Everything on there has passion. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. How many tracks?
It's 12.
12?
Yep.
Okay. That'll work. And you did it. This is definitely all you?
Yes.
That's what I like to hear. Now, let me ask you a question though, Hans. Is that by preference?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just trying to make a living, bro. Like I ain't really out here trying to, I got 20 people in my circle. You know what I'm saying? If I do, 100,000 units independently, I'm good.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, no, that's what I was getting ready to say though, because my question was why that preference, but obviously that's what I was getting. That you already answered that.
Right. Once you get tied up with these big companies with the big budgets, it's like, yeah, you gonna be happy one time because they only gonna pay you one time. You ain't gonna see no more money after that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
So, and that's just it though. So talk about what happens after that one time. You see it happening today. Motherfuckers get a whole bunch of money from somewhere. They shining right now. They throwing money, talking to the money, doing all types of shit with the money. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at, where they going to be in 10 years. You feel where I'm coming from? Like, hell yeah.
That shit ain't going to last for 10 years. Not how much shit costs nowadays.
Look, Hans, I was getting ready to say, fuck 10, that shit ain't going to last 5.
Right.
Right. That shit ain't gonna last 5.
Right. And if it does last over 5 or it does last over 10 years, then hats off to them because then they got the potion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it usually don't, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
it usually don't.
We know social media is a motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can always find a way to make yourself look how you need to look.
I feel like they brainwashed us in a way where they got a lot of us associating a like with a sale or a like with an engagement, right? So, a motherfucker for 1 million likes, he'll probably let you rob the shit out of him.
Yo.
For the likes.
And that's just it, like you say, for the likes, Hans. Like, motherfuckers will get on your page and tell you to pay them, and they will give you a certain amount of likes or a certain amount of followers.
Right. So even that's bogus nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's a scam or some type of Ponzi scheme nowadays.
That's the blue check shit on Instagram.
That too.
Because at first you had to have a certain amount of followers and this, that, and the third, and you had to be able to post.
They had to be able to make sure you were somebody and you are who you say you are. Right. Which outside looking in, somebody that got some money to invest, and you're up there as a real estate agent without a blue check, it's telling that investor like, shit, they don't even trust them. You know what I'm saying? That whole element is taken away now because now you could buy the blue check.
Exactly. So now what was the purpose of this shit?
Right, because now being that you can buy it any potential investors that's going to fraternize with your business. And I speak about it from a business sense because I don't really do social media for personal shit. Like anything on my shit is business related, and I try to keep it that way.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it just takes away the whole, you know, someone has to get to know you now personally before he wants to invest in you, because there's no real credentials for him to look up on Google about you.
Right.
You can go on somebody's Wikipedia and change that shit yourself.
Yeah. Nowadays.
Right? Nowadays, yeah. Like anybody could look up your name and go to your Google and you could change what the shit say.
For another motherfucker. Now, how crazy is that shit?
Right.
All right. Now let me ask you this other thing that's buzzing in hip hop, Hans. What you think about the AI?
I don't think that shit gonna last. I think it's gonna put more of a value on the individual person. So I think that shit is gonna be nothing but something that backfires in their face, because now, so if you start doing AI, if we start doing AI, and now that shit is available for sale. Now you going to somewhere personally, you understand what I'm saying? In person.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It quadruples the worth of what that's worth. So if that was worth something before the AI, now it should be worth 4 times as more after it.
It should be.
Because this is the authentic version. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm with you. I think, well, but it's just like what we were just talking about though, Hans. Like, it's another alley for them to explore. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's another fad that will wear out.
Yeah, I think so.
That's, you know, I mean, you look at it in
music. At least in music, anyway.
Yeah, right, exactly. And but at the same time, it'll be like that, like the auto-tune shit, because you're still gonna have that group of dudes who do it.
Right.
But it'll fade and die out after a while.
Right.
You know. Now hold on. Let's get back into the album, man. You know, every project has its baby on the album.
My favorite. My favorite joint on the album.
Everybody, you know, artists always talk about they ain't gonna discredit their album because they feel the shit is higher, they wouldn't have put it out. But everybody got a little baby now.
Right. As far as song wise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, it's a synonymous. I like Why Me. I like Cocaine. I like Wordplay. I like you know, I like a multitude of things. I like the Deck joint. I like Arkham. You know, and it's, you know, a lot of people participating. Like I got RJ Payne, I got Meth, I got Ray, Cortez, Inspector Deck, Capadonna, Lounging Low, Carlton Fisk. You know what I'm saying? Hugh Hef. You know, I got a multitude of people on there. So yeah, it's, you know, it's chunky. So I got a lot of favorites on there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Now, at the same time, on the flip side, it's always that what did you like, man? I don't know, and that should end up being the motherfucking knocker.
Right. That happens. That happens.
I'm saying, which one is that, huh?
I think Wordplay is gonna be that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Who are that?
That's me, Hugh Hef, Method Man, and RJ Payne.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be a banger. I think Go time is gonna be something. Shout out JoJo Pellegrino and my little cousin Billy. You know what I mean? Okay. They on that joint. That's produced by Dave Grease. You know what I mean? That's I think that's gonna be a banger.
Word, JoJo. We had JoJo on too, man.
Yeah, JoJo out here shaking.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so I mean the album is done. It's out. It's popping. What you got? You got any remixes in mind?
Well, we ain't released the whole album yet. We only released 2 singles. I got Richmond County Coalition that's up right now, and we just released the Meth single All Fire this past Friday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So 12 midnight, I got some visuals for y'all. So you know, keep in tune for that. You know what I mean? We got some visuals dropping tonight at 12 midnight.
Oh, word.
And yeah, we got something coming tonight, something new.
Let us know where to check it at.
Just on my, just stay in tune with my Instagram, Hands the Great on Instagram, Facebook, Hands On, you know what I'm saying? But you could also go to my website. It's Hands On Music Entertainment, www.hanzonmusicent.com. All new shit will be up there. It's all the links up there. We're going to have merch there. We're going to be doing, a lot of our maneuvering on there.
Definitely.
Hands On Music at ENT.com.
Word. I mean, 12 joints. So what's the promo, man? Is it you doing a little promo tour? Any appearances?
Well, we got the album release coming up. I'm shooting for December 1st, but other than that, nah. But we didn't reach that plateau yet as far as the rollout is concerned. Once things start coming in, we'll start. We could get into routing and moving around and stuff like that. Right now, we just rolling out the record. You know what I mean?
Got you.
You know what I mean? But we definitely interested in setting something up, because I definitely want to get out there and get next to the people. You know what I'm saying? But it just got to make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, and look, in all senses of the word.
Right.
In all senses of the word. Hey, man, but listen. Like I said when we started, man, this was a chance for me to holler at you, man, and give you your flowers, man. So I want to thank you for coming out and rocking with us today on the podcast, man.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
We definitely gonna be looking for the music. As soon as it come out, I definitely will have it here playing on my 24-hour music app, the Elite Digital Radio app. So.
Okay, definitely, I appreciate it.
Oh, 100, man. But listen, before we get up out of here, I want to give you a chance, man. I know we just did a little bit of it, but again, I want to give you a chance to promote any up and coming projects you got coming on, any like you said, any appearances, anything, man.
I mean, just stay in tune with me. We rolling it out. Stay in tune. Go to the website, Hands On Music Entertainment. No, Hands On Music ENT.com. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gonna be outside. We just waiting for stuff to come in.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Hit me on my Instagram, Hands the Great. You know what I mean? Facebook, Hands On. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
We with everything.
Hey, before we get up out of here, man, we at the end of every show do what's called a quick little Fave 5. Fave 5 is just, I'm going to ask you 5 quick hitters, and you just answer it with whatever comes to your head.
All right. What about music or in general?
About anything. They're going to range anywhere.
So you gonna shoot me 5 quick questions.
Yeah.
And I gotta say whatever comes to mind.
Yep.
All right.
So, nothing crazy. So like this, Hans, I'll give you an easy one. We'll start with favorite strain of bud.
Kush.
Ooh, Kush. That Cali Kush.
Well, indicas. I should have said indicas.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But you know, I like Kush. I like you know, I like that.
Got you.
All right, but yeah, I get it now. So you can start all over, and then give me 5.
All right, that was all right. So, give me your favorite meal.
Steak. Steak.
Oh, okay. Favorite song, any genre.
Trouble. Who sings that? The Trouble song. Trouble.
Oh, that's Otis Redding.
Otis Redding. Trouble.
Okay. That's okay. So let's stay with that. Favorite group of all time, any genre.
Wu-Tang.
All right. Since you said that, I want to know, like you said when we was talking earlier, you was the younger god in the circles, right?
Uh-huh.
Tell me your favorite battle that you witnessed and who was in it. Growing up as a shorty, and you was like, damn, these niggas is spitting.
What, against each other?
Yep, in a cipher, like you said, you was a shorty in the circle, so you was around it.
Right. Nah, but I was walking through. Like those older niggas, they was drinking beer and smoking weed. I was going to the neighborhood bodega at that time. But I don't know. I mean, they would battle, but it wouldn't be like battle in the present sense of the word, like today. It wasn't no smack shit going on back then. You know what I mean?
All right, you ready for this next one?
Yeah.
You remember your first rhyme?
No. No. Nah.
All right.
Absolutely not.
All right. The last one is a banger because it's 5-1. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You already named one, but now I'm gonna ask you again because it's a different segment. Give me 5 people right now. If it was anybody you could work with, 5 people. Give me them 5 people. Who are they?
To work with?
Yep. I mean, you said Dre.
Right. So Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, I gotta say.
Okay.
Eminem as well.
Yep. Damn, you yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't turn down the opportunity to work with Jay.
Yep. Okay. That's 4. One more.
I don't know the last one. My list is small. You know what I mean?
I know.
I've done work with a lot of people. Again, I've been blessed to be around royalty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've worked with a lot of people already. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Kings. I know.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. Definitely. But again, man, like I just said, man, I want to thank you for giving you.
Nah, but yo, it's between Nas. It's between Nas and I wouldn't mind working with Jermaine Dupri either.
Yeah. See, that's just it though. Them 2 moguls right there, man.
Right.
That's
Right.
you can't go wrong with that list.
Right.
You can't go wrong with that list. And that's but that's hip hop though. Right?
Yes, sir.
That's connecting a lot of dots from SI to LA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I like where you went with it. I like the connection. Well, like I said, man, I appreciate you coming out, giving us some time today, man, and definitely gonna be looking for that album, man. Like I said, I got the one joint with Meth that I'm playing right now, man, but we'll be waiting tonight to hear more, see what's popping.
Okay.
You said the album dropped December?
No, the album release will be in December.
Okay.
You know, we got some visuals rolling out tonight, and then we got the third single that we dropping next week. That's for Boot Camp Click Rock from Boot Camp Click, Ron Browse. You know what I mean? Last American B-Boy. You know what I'm saying? We got some shit that's being released next week. You know what I'm saying? And then following that, third single was Cocaine. You know what I'm saying? We got a video to that. That's featuring Carlton Fist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know.
How I'm gonna get this music, man? What it's gonna be on?
It's gonna be online. Everything is gonna be released online. You know what I'm saying? It'll be on my social media sites. It'll be on, you know, my website. You know what I'm saying? It's HANZON. As long as you spell my name right, Google it, it's gonna come up.
All right, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Across all platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta get right so I can put it in rotation, man. So that some of these shit come out.
Appreciate it.
For sure, man. For sure. Appreciate you for coming out. Like I said one more time, I appreciate you for coming out and giving us your time today, man. Love to you.
Salute.